show today. Today, I've got a group of women joining me who are no strangers to controversy. Now, whether you love them or hate them, I know you all have strong opinions about them, especially when it comes to going under the knife. They are Bravo's Real Housewives of Orange County. I got news for you. Just like you, they have the same insecurities about getting older, losing their looks, and even their identity. So, for the first time ever, they're coming clean about their plastic surgery. What's real? What's not? Who regrets it? And who wants more? And who has a shocking confession?
With their bombshell beauty, the Real Housewives of Orange County have taken reality TV by storm. It's a business that puts a premium on pretty and causes plenty of public scrutiny and competition.
There's so much pressure and to look good.
The strain to look young, stay fit, and be sexy is staggering, leading many of the housewives to go under the knife routinely.
Breaking the nose now.
Alexis has breast implants and recently opted for rhinoplasty.
Now she's finally going to do it, but she's calling it sinus surgery.
Everybody seems to think that I'm doing this and I'm like making up an excuse that it's my sinuses. No, it's really my sinuses.
I kind of think your nose is kind of big.
Tamara admits to 3 plastic surgeries, but recently made a drastic decision to remove her breast implants.
In Orange County, having big boobs is power. And I'm not an insecure woman anymore, so I no longer need my boobs for my power.
Heather, Gretchen, and Vicky have come under fire for not admitting to having plastic surgery.
Do you like fake boobs?
Yeah, I like Vicky's.
So today, the housewives come clean about what it's like to face aging, with the world watching.
Joining me are the stars of the Real Housewives of Orange County, Gretchen, Alexis, Vicky, Tamara, and Heather. Thank you all for being here. And thank you. You made it even more confusing from your own red.
I have no idea. We didn't even plan this.
Even for a heart surgeon, it's intimidating. So let's ask, why'd you all...
No competition here.
No, I know. I can sense that immediately. The vibes are present. Why'd you all agree to come forward today to talk about plastic surgery? Your plastic surgery.
Well, for us, it's the family business, so I'm happy to talk about it always.
Yes, it's true.
Why not come clean? Why not be honest about what you get done?
And you know, actually with TV nowadays, it's becoming part of everyday TV. People are showing what they're revealing on TV, and I think it's an amazing opportunity for everyone to really own what they've done.
So let's do a little quiz here. Who here, put your hands up, admits to having some work done?
Were we saying surgery or
surgery.
we saying...
Surgery.
Oh. Come on, Vic.
Vicky, a little bit.
I have.
You had your friend?
I'm owning it. Actually, I've never talked about it on my show because it was never asked. And actually, I have had breast implants and a tummy tuck.
You have?
Mm-hmm. Yay. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
Does it feel good?
I love my boobies.
Let it out.
You know what the reality is? I had a C-section. My tummy was not as flat as I liked, and I had to have it done.
Let me probe this a little bit, if you don't mind. So, who here thinks they've had the most plastic surgery done? Nobody.
I'll own it.
You think you've had them?
I don't know. I don't know what everybody's had, and I'm sure we're not owning everything we had done here.
I will.
What you have done?
I had my nose shaved a little bit when I was 20. I had my boobs done 3 times. So.
3 times?
I had them done, yeah. I had them done when I was 20 my first time. Then I had them reduced 5 years ago. Then I had them completely removed 6, 7 months ago.
So how much do you think you spent in total on your plastic surgery?
Whew.
Have you seen my house?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
Boy, that was like tape delay.
That's right. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Probably not hundreds of thousands, but close.
And let's talk about why you got your implants out.
Oh, geez.
And I just, I knew it happened. I was sort of surprised because you've taken such pride in the 2 procedures you had to get the implants done. What pushed you?
You know what? I have a long list of reasons why I had it removed. Starting with, it always felt too big for my body. Then I had a little health scare. I was going through this divorce. I go to the doctor, and I have lumps in my breasts, and I had cervical cancer that had to be removed. So I really went through this, like, what is going on with my body? like, what is going on? I'm talking to the doctor, talking about doing hysterectomy, and they're talking about all these different things, and then I have lumps, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like, I needed to take over my body. And I felt like removing my implant. You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah. But when they told you had cancer, what went through your mind?
Panic. I was just getting divorced. I have 3 kids. I'm a single mom. And, they're telling me, of course, the worst case scenario. And I ended up having a procedure, and it was removed, and I have to go back every 6 months and have it, retested.
I'm going to say this again. I watched the show. It just blows my mind. How could you not have discussed this on the show?
I didn't discuss it at all. I don't know. I felt like it was just, it was too new, for one thing, and it was emotional. I mean, my mother didn't even know. I didn't tell my kids. It was so scary to think that, even to hear those words, it was so scary that I just didn't want to talk about it. I figured if I didn't talk about it, it's not going to come back. I'm not going to have an issue.
Part of the reason I do this show is because we don't talk about the things that are the most important in our lives. I see this over and over again. And you're all nodding your heads, and I'm happy for that. We have to break through that silence. I just can't imagine you talk about boob jobs and nose jobs and infidelities and, all the things that are, divorce, things that are really important, but your health is the most important of all things.
I talked about it with Vicky. Yeah. Vicky was probably one of the only people.
But you know what? The cameras don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
And there's some things that we need to keep private.
So how did the diagnosis affect you?
It was an eye-opener. You think about these things that you're doing to your body, like Botox. And I'm having a hard time giving Botox up. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really hard. And I think what happens in 10 years when we have brain cancer from Botox or something like that. Now I suddenly think about these things where I never thought about them before. So I wanted the foreign object out of my body.
These are the foreign objects, by the way. I just want to show them to y'all. I don't know what size you had.
I had
This size. And so as you look at these things, you realize that they're supposed to be inert, but they do affect us. And there's some regrets that folks have when they have plastic surgery. So do you all have regrets about the work that you've had done? Anyone else?
I have.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it now in a positive where I have 2 little girls, and I want to be a role model.
But I think you're bringing up, because I think a lot of women have surgery very young, and I think that's part of the problem with what's going on with plastic surgery, in my opinion, in society. You can't have teenage plastic surgery. It's just not acceptable. So I think, again, plastic surgery is a very personal thing, but I think you definitely need to be an adult.
Well, let me push you on this a little bit, because people watch you. A lot of young people watch you. And this show is very popular. And they see you have things done. Like they see you have your nose job done, or they see you struggling with something. Everyone's getting, Juvederm injections. Heather, I mean, people see that. They say, well, I'm only 15, but I could have that. I could get Botox now and never get wrinkles.
Well, I'm hoping that the take-home message is, like, for me personally, as a mother, I empower my children, and my daughters especially, to have a good body image. I'm a consenting, psychologically balanced adult that obviously goes to a board-certified plastic surgeon. Yes, he happens to be my husband, but it makes it a little more convenient. But I would encourage people to go to a board-certified, not one of these made-up boards, but the American Board of Plastic Surgery, so that someone can tell a 15-year-old they're not going to give them Botox or breast implants at 18 years old.
Is the kitchen sterile? Is that where he does it usually?
I don't inject and tell, Dr. Oz.
Does anyone regret putting it out there? Talking about this? I mean, Gretchen?
No, I mean, I haven't had plastic surgery, so, I mean, for me, we're talking about young girls, and actually it's been really nice to have so many young girls write into me and say, thank you for being that example to me, because I'm insecure about this or I'm insecure about that, and you've encouraged me to maybe not go that direction because you're showing that you're comfortable in your own skin,
But now, some of the rest of you don't believe that Gretchen hasn't anything done. I do hear the conversations.
I do. I believe so. I think that you've
admitted between injections and surgery, though.
Right.
But that also
I've never denied that. I've always said that. We go on camera and we do it.
Well, listen, I'm going to ask a friend to join us. Heather, your husband, Terry dubrow, is with us today. So if Dr. dubrow can come join us. Terry and I actually trained together for a little bit. Thanks for coming out. And so, Heather, you've spoken quite elegantly about your thoughts on plastic surgery, about the timing of it. Do you think you'll ever have plastic surgery?
I mean, maybe. Probably. We'll see. We'll see how it all, you know, sort of holds together.
You know, in Orange County, you know what we call a person who's never had plastic surgery?
No.
A pre-op.
A pre-op. Fair disclosure. Exactly. So Terry is one of the biggest plastic surgeons in Orange County and in the country. You've done some minor stuff on Heather, but you've never done plastic surgery on her. Now, why is that?
Well, I mean, look at my wife. Does she need plastic surgery?
You're not getting brownie points here.
Yes, he is getting brownie points.
Sycophantic. Just so infuriating. He hasn't changed at all.
No, you know, in reality, she really doesn't need plastic surgery. I mean, she has a little bit of loose skin around her abdomen. For me, she's
4 kids.
She's the mother of 4 young, beautiful children of ours, right? And to have plastic surgery, I think the advantages have to greatly outweigh the risks of complications, and they're significant. And that's one of the things that I think we've done, and I've been particularly guilty of that in my career. I did the Swan, right? I did a huge plastic surgery makeover show for several seasons where we sort of made plastic surgery look like it was getting your nails done, and it isn't. It is surgery.
What do you think about the way that plastic surgery is portrayed on the show when Alexis has her nose job, or Tamara, you know, getting her I mean, in your case, it was a more serious procedure because you have to remove the implants, but certainly getting implants in is, you know, frequently shown in many programs.
Yeah, I think the one thing the show's done really well is shown the sort of the pain of recovery, the swelling, the discomfort, and so on. But it's really minimized the risks of bad things happening. When you put breast implants in someone, there's a 100% chance that they're going to have another breast implant surgery before they're done with breast implants. 100% chance. And a 58% chance it's going to happen because of a complication of breast implant
That's
surgery.
shocking.
Shocking, right?
All right. So, who here admits to having a fear of aging, of losing your looks?
Yeah,
as you work on the show?
by the way, it's better to say who doesn't.
I just turned 50 Tuesday. Happy birthday.
Congratulations.
And I feel fabulous. This is the best time in my life. I feel my kids are raised. My daughter just got married. I'm just blessed in every aspect. I'm in love. I feel romantic.
I see.
And I just feel really good. I feel really, really good.
Can I blow your mind?
Why
When we
not?
look at surveys of who's happiest and at what age, age 50.
Yeah, it's I
Really?
heard.
Age 50 is our happiest year of
I feel
life.
very happy.
Because we've worked out some of the kinks of our life. And I really think, at the end of the day, it's not about looking 20 when you're 50. It's about looking really good when you're 50.
I feel powerful. I'm feeling romantic. I'm feeling strong. I feel a really good place in my life right now.
Okay, let me just explain to everyone why I thought the show was so important. We thought long and hard about this program. I do this show because there are a ton of women out there who feel just like you do. I think all of us, male or female, sort of feel that society puts pressure on us. And they want us to look young, right? People around us want us to look even younger than maybe we really are. And sometimes the events in our lives age us. And so that pressure forces us to act in ways that are sometimes risky. And it's easy to lose your identity in that morass. And when you lose your identity, right, then you get into big problems because your life, your identity should not be defined by your beauty. And so if you've got issues that are holding you back from showing up in your own life, don't think that a plastic surgeon's knife is going to fix that. And I think that's a passion that I have. And you've all expressed it better than I could have ever said it. I mean, up next, we're going to hold on to these wonderful women because they are going to show you their miracle age erasers that don't require going under the knife. Stay with us.